NSJT, no secrets, just truth. Jazreel Emil Kavan. It's time for me to get raw. It's time for me to begin to tell you the truth as the truth is. No one gives a F about you. It is common for people to believe that those around them love them enough to give their life, love them enough to give them good advice. But I'm going to tell you how it works. Just as you do with your friends, you give advice that you wouldn't take yourself. It is time for you to wake up. It is time for you to realize who you are, what you are, and why you are. You have come into this world alone, and you shall leave this world alone. No matter who you love, no matter who you care about, no matter what you do, you don't know when the clock will run out on you. So it's time for you to take a step back and look at your life. It's time to look at those friends who are not friends. It's time to look at those loved ones who constantly hurt you, put you down, make you feel like you're nothing. It's time for you to say enough is enough. I'm telling you this because I believe in you. I'm telling you this because it's time for your faith to expand. It is time for you to open your spiritual eyes and see the world for what it is. Each person is going to do what makes them happy, regardless of what you say, regardless of what you do. It's like telling a friend that the relationship that they have with a significant other is unhealthy, that you wouldn't stay in that relationship. To be honest, they're going to do what they're going to do. And how are you going to feel after you have spilled your heart and told them the truth, and you know it's the truth? Some of us live in a drama-filled life because everything that's going on is nothing but drama. That's the life you have chosen, and that's the life you will live until the day you die. It is time for you to change your ways. It is time for you to begin to understand that God is not a maid. He's not there to clean up your messes. He's not there to hear your whining and your boo-hoos about mistakes that you made that you should have known better. It's time. It's time for you to get ready to deal with the world. It's time for you to get ready to deal with the bullshit that's in your life. Yes, I said it. I said bullshit because it is exactly what it is. God knows your heart. He knows who you are. There is no sense of walking into a church, a synagogue, a temple, a mosque, a church, and pretend to be somebody else for a couple of hours and then get back onto the street and be somebody else. Being two-faced, being hypocritical, being part of society wears two faces. In one breath they tell you that you can't do such and such, and it's wrong to do this, and it's wrong to do that. But in the movies and the music and all other things, they promote doing the wrong thing. It is time now for you to begin to understand that a rebirth is necessary. It's time for you to be born again from the fires of life. You live by the sword, you shall die by the sword. This is the truth as it is known to so many. I spent part of my life living a double role. 1 minute being the loving son, 1 minute being the loving brother, 1 minute being the loving friend, 1 minute being the loving gift-giving person that I am, and then another minute destroying myself because I couldn't understand how to handle popularity. I couldn't understand how to continue to keep on the charade that was going on so long in my life, because I had to be the person that had to be strong. I had to be the person that gives good advice and make people feel better about themselves instead of giving them the direct truth. They couldn't handle the direct truth. They couldn't handle the reality of life. Life is lonely. When you go to bed by yourself. You live in a world by yourself. You live in a one-way picture where you can only see the world in your own eyes. You have no clue what other people think or what they truly feel. And what makes it bad is you believe in the whole hocus pocus self-esteem thing where you have to be a believer in yourself when you even doubt yourself. You have to be a believer that other people like you and other people's opinions matter. I'm here to tell you it doesn't matter. The same evil that you have done, they have done, if not more. I'm tired of hearing the stories of women laying down with men and calling them dogs when you allow them dogs in your house. You allow those thugs and those no good men into your lives. Don't blame God. Don't blame the man. Blame you, yourself. I'm tired of men saying that they can't find a good woman. You can't find a good woman because you spent your whole life just trying to get some butt, some tail, some sexual conquest. And then when you get tired of that, you want to settle down. You want to find a good woman. Well, you can't because you've been so busy doing what is wrong. I'm sitting here with my hand on my Bible because this is rated R. This is the truth. This is how things go on in this world. It says there's nothing new created underneath the sun that hasn't been done before. That is written in Ecclesiastic. That back then there was rape. Back then there was murder. Back then there was thieves. Back then there were broken hearts. Back then there were those who would stone somebody even though they were filled with sin. It was God who said, let not they cast a stone unless he has no sin. And if you haven't heard it like this before, well, this is your first time, well, then I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It won't be the last time. I'm tired of speaking the message that people want to hear that make them feel great and grand about themselves when they spend no time examining the beast that they are. That's right. Your primal urges are beastly-like, animal-like. You're satisfied when you have a good meal. You're satisfied once you had sex. You're satisfied when you consider being the popular one. You're satisfied when you hear the drama of your friends and they come to you and you realize it's not your life. So it's easy. It's better than soap operas on TV listening to their pain and agony. And you give them advice knowing that it doesn't matter because, hey, you don't have to go through it. I'm tired of people who go through mess after mess after mess and keep calling on the Lord, pretending that He's supposed to be there automatically just because you're crying out. You got to make moves to have a better life. You got to be strong to have a better life. You have to love thyself to have a better life. See, what you don't understand is if you love yourself, then you're loving God. If you praise thyself for the things that you do well, then you're praising God. If you take your natural born given talent and give it unto the Lord's will, then you will see God's face. Then you'll be in the presence of the throne of the 24 elders, the 4 living beasts, and the Lamb. It's time for us to usher in a new age, a new belief, a new understanding. It's time for us to stop playing with the Word of God. It's time to stop playing with God. He is not a maid to come clean up your every mess that you make. It's time for you to stop the petty prayers, asking God for things that is trivial. But Lord, I need a new car. But Lord, I need a good man. But Lord, I need $25. Well, Lord, I need this, and I need that, and I need this. Imagine if you were sitting upon the throne of God, and all you hear is petty bickering and petty moaning, and watch these people continue to destroy themselves with a sword that would eventually kill them. Watching those who are not worth saving. Those who keep calling upon you to clean up their mess. That's right, put yourself in the shoes of God. You're not fasting. You're not praying. You're not abstaining. You're doing nothing for the Lord to give you something. Today is now.